Wiz Khalifa. All right. Cool. Let's get this YNW Melly trial. I'm going to start off by playing what was happening yesterday. So yesterday, I got to do the recap on it, which is day 13. Can we find day 13? Can we find day 13? No, actually, I'll just play the clips. All right, here. So YNW Juvie's sister allegedly threatened Melly mom on social media. And I'm guessing this was recent. So here it is.
Welcome back. I'm Anjanette Levy, and you're watching Law and Crime. Thanks for being with us on this Tuesday afternoon during the lunch break in the YNW Melly double murder trial. We left off with Mark Moretti, the lead detective in the case, on the stand. The state is still in direct examination, and joining us is Terry Austin of Law and Crime. She's down there covering the case for us. So Terry, bring us up to speed about what's been going on in the courtroom so far this morning.
Well, Anjanette, it's been a very interesting morning. It did start off earlier with the defense bringing up an issue. Apparently, Juvie's sister posted on, I guess, one of the social media outlets, and she said that she was going to harm Jamie King. And so that caused a big, issue in the courtroom. It wasn't anything that we got on tape, but it did happen this morning. It was on the record, and she has a bodyguard now. So that was one of the first issues that the court dealt with this morning. And it was interesting because the judge did basically say, if you needed more security, I can get it for you. Ultimately, it was determined that the security she had, the bodyguard, was going to be enough. So that was the very first thing, and it was quite interesting. And it was, I think something that was not expected as far as I'm concerned. But then obviously after that, Moretti got on the stand, and he did talk about the drive back, and forth as far as the crime scene was concerned. He talked about cell record data. He talked about, the 980.
Hold on. I'm trying to hear the actual court thing.
Doesn't it mean
to location B? And that in some way.
Social media postings and things.
Okay. I'm going to try to get the in-court footage of that, but real quick, this was like super interesting. They introduced a video of Melly at a video shoot after the murder. And by the way, I think this is gonna go towards like showing the jury like Melly did not give a fuck, and that Melly was probably just like some cold-blooded killer who was unaffected. Okay, watch this.
From that evening on October 26, 2018.
Yes.
And what was it that you viewed?
It was a video that was obtained through open source. The videos of the defendant, along with the co-defendant up in Melbourne, Florida, at some type of video shoot or something like that. And we were able to identify the grid coordinates of that location.
And so it's been previously shown to defense counsel and marked as state's quintuple D for identification purposes. Do you recognize that?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
It's the disc that we produced for this case. It was a video that Tiffany Slade posted on Facebook Live of the defendant at that location.
And does that video and that disc fairly and accurately represent the video that was posted on Facebook Live on October 26, 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
Any additions or deletions?
No, ma'am.
Now, at this time, the state would request to move state's quintuple D in as state's 105.
Is there any objection? No objection. It'll be admitted.
State's quintuple B will mark state's 105.
And I'm just going to publish a short portion of this.
I'm trying to figure out what date this was on.
It's a video shoot. Y'all see that? Live. What happened? Okay. Y'all see nothing? Y'all, I should. Y'all, he talking about y'all gone. He said he's still out here. Melly in the motherfucking building, bro. Motherfucking place to be. We have motherfucking murder video shoot. Melly is here. That bitch wrecking his motherfucking dog. Somebody's dog dead and gone. It's awesome. Melly out here for his dog. That bitch came, walked out the car. Come. My dog gone. Rest in peace to my dog. Security guard right on his ass. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with him. What murder? Murder in the court somewhere. What the fuck are you doing? You see him? Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! But no, still turned. Regardless of what happened, you already know.
When did this video get taken? This is crazy.
Got movie baby. What's happening? What's happening, nigga? You already know it's a video shoot. Now you're at the bottom. One out, whatever.
This is not hours after the shooting, though, right? No way. Nah, no way.
There you go. You got the part before, you know, that bitch. Oh, they get a video right so they can, you know, and everybody, you know how to do it. They shoot the video from way up in the sky, man. Motherfucking, what's it called? Up around? No. Yo, whatever that is talking about.
The individual over on the left in the light denim jacket, were you able to identify that as Portland Henry?
Yes.
Do you see the individual known to you as Jameson Francois that's been present in this video as well?
I don't see him in this screenshot here.
Okay. Have you seen him previously while watching this video
Yes.
at other times?
Yes.
Okay. So at that point, I'll conclude publishing at 3:22. So, Detective Murray, I'm showing you what's been previously entered in as State 14. Was this jacket in Miramar evidence at the time that video was taken?
Yes, ma'am.
This is not the same jacket that's pictured on that video.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So when you're going through these phone records, is everybody saved as their full legal name? Okay. When you're looking through the phone number for the extraction for Mr. Thomas, that 772-713-2341 number that you described, what number?
Is it possible? I'm just asking. Is it possible that everybody deals with death a certain way? Is it possible that that's how Melly was dealing with it? He lost his partners. You know what I mean? People probably want him to be sad and want him to be down and crying, and he's like, fuck that, I'm gonna celebrate their life. I'm gonna turn up even more. Somebody say, yeah, if you're a psychopath, sure. Maybe, you know, people like you don't mourn them, celebrate their life. Some people say, nah, that's a serial killer type vibes. So I said, not if you was in a job, my boy.
Is the 9807 number saved as?
Okay, the reason why I asked that too, like, think about it. Okay, let's say he did do it. Nigga, why would you be so happy? Like, still, like, bro, at the end of the day, these guys were your friends. Say whatever reason you killed them. Bro, you were still in a very traumatic situation, like, less than 12 hours before. How are you jumping around like this? Like, I know some people are going to say it just makes him look guilty. I think the behavior is just odd regardless. Just because I'm like, if you were involved in some shit, and let's say you did do it, why would you be just jumping around like that? Knowing that the police is probably checking out a lot of shit, unless he thought he wasn't going to get caught. I don't know, man.
How is that safe enough?
For the 9807, I believe he's listed as Julie.
Okay. And if you're not sure at any point, please don't guess. If you need to refer or refresh your recollection, please let me know.
Just repeat the question again.
The 772.
Neela, I see you say this doesn't prove a thing, though. Well, it goes to prove his demeanor after the thing happened. It doesn't prove if he did it or not. But remember, there's a murder, there's a death penalty sentence on the table. If you see somebody basically just very nonchalantly unaffected by the death of their friends, and you then, let's say the jury believes that at any point that he did it, they're going to say this guy, like, the requirements of giving somebody the death penalty is you got to be some cold-blooded shit. This would be some cold-blooded shit. It's cold-blooded psychopathic shit, right?
713-9807 number. How is that saved in Chris Thomas's phone?
Chris Thomas's phone. I'm not sure, man. I'll have to refresh my memory.
Okay. And we're looking at, is there anything that would help refresh your...
Yeah, Borland's in the video. Like, go back to the video. They do that hieroglyphic handshake right here. You're going to see them. Right here.
So what happened early morning?
I think that's Borland right there.
Watch Hey, now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This nigga turning up like he won a championship. This is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga is turning up like he won a championship, my nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you, dog.
Regardless of what happened, you already know. Now, movie baby. What's happening?
Portland Henry?
Yes.
Do you see the individual known to you?
Yeah, they said Portland Henry, which I gotta imagine.
As
Portland's over.
Jameson Francois, that's been present in the city as well.
Anyway.
Thomas has William saved as Smurf.
Smurf. Okay, going to the 9807 phone number. How does the 98?
Yo, Sticky Icky, you right too, dog. Driving around with 2 dead people in your car for an hour, that's crazy. Now, I don't know if this should happen, but if you could kill 2 people and they dead as hell, blood still kind of coming out, their bodies like fucking like tensed up, they got rigor mortis. I don't know if you know, a lot of times when people pass, they shit on themselves. So all these things is happening. You're smelling wild shit. You're smelling blood, gunpowder, bodily fluid. Like, it's a nasty scene. And you're driving around comfortable like, yo, where we gonna stage this drive-by at? This is what the prosecutors want me to believe. This sounds like a sick nigga. This sounds like a sick nigga, my nigga. Like, you just have the dead. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nigga, I would almost, like, I'm gonna keep it up. Nigga, I'd probably crash. Every time you have to look right to check your right side mirror and you see the dead nigga just there with a bullet through his head, bro, I'd probably just, yeah, bro, I would have fainted, bro.
Seven phone number has Chris Thomas saved in it.
Chris is saved as Slim.
Okay. And that's in the 9807 phone number?
Yes.
Okay. With regards to the 772-713-9807 number, how is the Anthony Williams, the 954-248-9081 saved?
It's saved as Twin.
No. When you go to Anthony Williams' phone track.
Nigga, somebody said, actual pussy, you said fainted. My nigga, bro, these are your friends. All right, let me give context to it. We're in this crazy philosophy, right? Like, this is just me and y'all, like, this is some chat nigga reasoning. Let's say he did do it. Now, if he did do it, what do you believe? Do you think that Bortland knew he was going to do it? I don't think so. I think if he did it, he doesn't tell the driver, like, yo, bro, I'm about to shoot the nigga to your right and the nigga to my right. I don't think he knows. I think, if anything, oh, what the fuck? Then I think Melly probably got to calm him down, because you got to think, remember, Melly's directly in front of you, which, by the way, you know, he could beat this whole case and be like, yo, Melly killed them and then put the gun on me and said if I didn't help him, he was going to kill me. So, of course, that's why I helped him. But Melly's behind you with the gun, and you're the driver. The nigga to you is dead. The nigga in the back is dead. Could you imagine what Melly told that nigga? Yo, pull over right here. I'm getting out. Nigga. That nigga was probably the best Uber driver that day, man. Somebody say he ain't do it. Bro, listen, we're talking about alternate theories. The reason why y'all all care about this case, either we probably all like YNW Melly, but this sounds so crazy what the prosecutors alleging. Like, if that's not what happened, we want to find out what else did happen, because that shit gotta be ridiculous too. This whole situation sounds ridiculous. Do y'all think the Oh, King Buck said, nah, they in it together. They both cold as fuck. Yo, Boom, you around, nigga? Hop on Discord. The reason why I'm also saying, like, so many things about this shit just don't make sense to me. I'll give you some more. Like, I've been waiting to hear that they were arguing at the fucking at the like studio. Even the guy who came on stage to snitch, he didn't really say they argued. So, or came on the stand to snitch, he didn't say they argued. So you're telling me that a regular day where niggas were just tired at the studio, says, all right, let's just leave because y'all niggas sleeping anyway, and you just decide randomly to kill them then? No argument preceded it? No type of like, so if that's the case, maybe I'm with y'all then. Well, or some of y'all in saying that it was planned. But even then, I'm going to just keep it a being with y'all. If I'm the driver, nigga, even if I'm planning it with Melly, I'm not letting Melly sit right behind me. Because you know what Melly might say? I clapped the two niggas I wanted to clap. Let me clap the last nigga that's the witness. Right? I clapped the two niggas I wanted to clap. Let me clap the nigga who's the witness. Then also, if you want to believe Melly did it, remember the text messages they said that he sent on Snapchat where he said he was just like, yo, man, I gotta thank Bortland. Like, Bortland, he a real one. You have to realize Bortland at any point could have just said, yo, bro, he could have told the cops anything like, yo, bro, this what happened, man. Yo, that nigga just wilded out and just took his gun out and shot these niggas, bro. So and they were all leaving in the video and they were cool. No one seems upset. That's what is so fucking. Somebody said this is serial killer shit. Kurt Jr. says, nah, act. This is why we believe it might be a drive-by. Like, this is kind of a pretty decent case for people to believe, like, no, of course he didn't. Like, nothing looked like it was gonna happen. Like, when somebody gets shot, you saw they were fighting before or they argued before. Okay, it makes sense. This shit just seems random. What you think, Fax?
I think that it was a drive-by. I don't feel like Melly just gonna wake up and kill his homies. I feel like that shit is a drive-by, or I feel like the police could set him up.
Hold on. How did the drive-by start inside the car?
Look, I don't know. Nah, if it ain't a drive-by act, the boys definitely set the nigga Melly up.
What do you mean?
Like they got it out. They had it out for Melly for a minute. You feel me? Like they don't fuck with Melly. Like the boys, they don't fuck with Melly. They've been trying to pin cases on him for a while. They haven't been sticking. You feel me? Like it's probably just a setup from the boys. Like the boys probably did all that shit. They probably even planted the evidence. You see what they said? It wasn't no fingerprints on a car door. Now all of a sudden it's fingerprints on a car door. Melly fingerprints on a car door years later.
Yeah, but okay. I hear what you're saying, but let's be honest. You know the reason why they're showing videos of him turning up at the video shoot is like Facts. You say you got shot before, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to explain like whatever happened. It just, but wasn't it traumatizing? Like did you just go back to like, yo, just popping bottles in the club? Like obviously you probably just can go back to the club immediately, but like were you just kind of carrying it like nothing happened?
I mean, of course it was traumatizing, but like after a while it was over. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? It was over. Like I wasn't on no traumatized my whole life type shit. Like yeah, it was traumatizing at first, but then it was just like, all right, we back to regular. Like you got to think about it though. That video that they showing, he was at a video shoot. What you want him to be? Sad at a video shoot? Depressed at a video shoot?
Yeah, but yo, listen. What that Beanie Siegel line says, 85% of communication nonverbal. Like, again, his demeanor is one of a nigga who just got to Six Flags. His demeanor ain't like, yo, you could still like do your thing, but like that body language is like, yo, we just hit the championship, my nigga. Like we had 6 Flags, nigga. We're getting on the Superman ride next type shit. Like, nah, it don't seem like it was like, damn, yo, I just lost my partner, but shit, I'm just trying to do what I gotta do. It seemed like, yo, fuck yes.
No, I don't know. I don't. You gotta be a crazy ass nigga to actually do something like that. You feel me?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I would have probably canceled the music video. So,
really,
nigga, you were in the car 8 hours before, and your best friends died. What the fuck you showing up to the music video to do?
Like he said, he wasn't in the car when they got shot. Though he was somewhere else.
It don't matter. I would have the most questions. I would be like trying to get down there to the hospital, be on the phone with his mama, be over at his mama's crib. Yo, what the fuck happened? Nigga, I don't know if, damn, niggas dropped me off here. I don't know if niggas like peep me getting dropped off and tail the car and this and third. What the fuck? Nigga, I would be looking for answers. I would not be just turning up and stacking.
Nah, that shit do look a little crazy, but I don't think that Melly would do that shit. I can't think that he'd do that shit. I don't know why, but I can't. You gotta be a crazy nigga to do that.
This case a little bit reminds me of the OJ case. And it reminds me of the OJ case just because when you look at both defendants, like you look at Melly and you look at OJ, you're like, man, what the fuck was going on that you just randomly killed these people? If you did it.
Wait, but why you say the OJ case though? Like, what you mean?
Nigga, in the OJ case, like, his actions didn't make sense. Other than you could tell something was going on when, that they caught him in that chase or whatever. But it doesn't make sense when you watch that trial, right? The OJ Simpson case. It doesn't make sense that he just fucking. I mean, they kind of got the motive later on. They said she was cheating, whatever it was. But you're trying to figure out, like, why the fuck did this person just go kill that particular person? You know what I mean? It seems unprovoked. Doesn't seem like it was sometimes things that happen, like, oh, y'all are getting into a little fight, and then it escalates, nigga take out a gun. This seems like an execution, right? Nigga sleeping, you shoot him in the head.
That shit. So not saying yes, right? You don't gotta even give your answer. Do you feel like Melly did it?
Man, I want to keep to the facts of the case, man. Will it be proven? Do I think he did it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm running out of options of belief of trying to not believe he did it. So
it's like you feel like you're back against the wall.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking for alternate theory, that's why I can't wait for the defense to get to go. I want them to tell me what could have possibly happened because this drive-by shit just don't sound right.
Yeah.
How come there's a drive-by but nobody can find the next car? No, like there's nothing even in the realm of possibility about the next car.
Insanity.
Like put like this. It would be a better stage thing. Like say if that car crashed a couple times and like you had different color paints that were on it type shit. You know what I mean? Like paint from another car smudged onto it. So they'd be like, oh, okay. Clearly it was interacting with other cars. Nigga, ain't nothing wrong with the car other than it shot the fuck up. And the shot started from inside. Somebody said, how's this drive-by when the bullet case inside the car? They must have stopped shooting the bullets and then started throwing the cases in there.
Nigga, it's nuts.
Yeah, somebody said tire tracks or something. Somebody said they would be grieving if it was only hours that passed and your man's died. Shit, niggas say I'm pussy for saying that.
Nah, you right. You totally right. But I mean, Bortland did look a little down in that video, though. Bortland was going through it. You could tell he was kind of going through it. Melly just a nutcase.
You might be thinking, what about the car ride home from this video? Who knows what he's thinking? Yo, I gotta drop back with this nigga later. Yo, I gotta drop back over this nigga later.
Nigga said I might be next.
Yo. Oh man. Somebody says, if you think the evidence is weak, you're dumb as fuck. Well, that's another thing about interpreting this evidence, right? Some people they want it to be like they want like a 4K video of Melly doing it, which you're not gonna get. But with all the evidence, this is how you should evaluate if it's strong or weak. Does it lead you to any other possibility of how these individuals died? If there isn't like 4 or 5 possibilities, you have to believe it's strong enough.
Melly ain't do that shit, bro. That was Melvin. I just told y'all niggas that.
You think it was Melvin?
Nigga, that was Melvin. Why you don't be listening to me, Ak? I be telling you, bro.
Nigga, boom.
You know, I'm creating an alternate theory of why this happened, right? Again, we're not predetermining the case. I'm obviously not against Melly. I love Melly. He's a great musician. I don't know him as a person like that. I don't know if this is within his capability. Anything he sings about in music, I'm not going to use that to taint what I think of him, right? So hopefully the truth, whatever the truth is, comes out in court and he gets found guilty or innocent. But just assuming or even going down the train of thought that maybe he did this, I'm wondering, because now it brings me down a whole different rabbit hole. They look mad cool walking out the studio. They weren't arguing in the car because niggas fell asleep, right? The car ride, apparently, remember there was 2 cars following each other. One gets to the house, the other one that they're in didn't get to the house. All this happened like an hour, so it's not like within an hour. So it's not like they had to drive like 5 hours. So it was reasonably, within 60 minutes or so, the car ride should have been. Did Melly, if he did this, must have been waiting for the right time to do it, or this is what, like, if I was looking for motive, if I was a detective, Detective Act is pretty good. I would look at how many days they were at the studio before, and did they all leave just like how they left that night? Because if you ask me, if he did do it, he was playing this shit for a couple nights over whatever disagreement they got. Remember, he was texting his mom that he needed a legal gun. Maybe them niggas was threatening him. So maybe it's like, yo, these niggas, they playing with, I'm gonna do it, but shit. Sometimes niggas think they watch a episode of Law and Order and they think they could get away with the murder, right? Or they could get away with whatever crime. Like, what crime shows people see and they be like, oh, okay, so if they didn't do that, they'll get away with it, right? And I think Melly was waiting for the right time. I think that's when that night was the right time. But I guarantee there's probably other nights or other instances that he was probably thinking, could I do it now? Because nothing that night told me that they got into an argument or something was like fucking, some integral thing happened that made him do it. So he must have been planning this shit. Oh yeah, nigga watch How to Get Away with Murder in First 48, huh?
Nigga, they would sleep, both of them. He was like, perfect. Excellent. Both of them niggas sleep in the back seat. Nigga, it was over with.
That's why I got it. But then, here's the funny part about it. When you hear the guy who testified, the guy said that it was Christopher Thomas, which is, I think, Sack Chaser or Juvie, who told everybody, yo, y'all sleeping in the studio, let's leave. I would think that would have been Melly, who would be like, all right, these niggas sleeping already. Let's get them in the car. I know they're going to sleep in the car. I'll clap both of them then.
Pause. But I think, like a lot of people say, oh, didn't they jump Melly before? I think if it was niggas that jumped Melly, you wouldn't sleep in the car with a nigga that you just, like, you really got beef with. You know what I mean?
That is
like,
true.
Homies fight all the time, bro. Like, y'all gonna have disagreements, and from Florida, bro, if you disagree, it's called a friendly fade, bro. Y'all niggas can fight and then be back together as homies the next day. That's some normal shit. Okay. So I don't think if he really was beating that nigga Melly up, he would sleep in the same car, like hey, you know what I mean?
By the way, these are just theories of what happened. Again,
of course,
we're interested in this case because it seems so bizarre, right? I have another theory. So this is one of the theories I was working with early on that I realized I'm like, nah, they don't make sense. Yo, Melly and them, he got mad songs. He's rapping about guns. You know what I mean? I love Blue Blade and Cialis where he talking about carbonage, they all with me. Like, I love all that shit, right? Maybe it was a misfire of a gun. Now,
you funny, bro. You funny, bro.
I'm serious. He's playing with a gun in the back of the back seat. It goes off and kills the nigga. The only thing is, if it was one person shot, yes.
Nigga, it was like 8 bullets. Nigga, you can't misfire that, bro.
No. It wasn't 8 bullets shot inside. No, it wasn't. Remember,
how many?
The other bullets. The guy in the front died from a singular bullet that went straight through his head. It hit him from the back of the head and came.
How many bullets? How many bullets cases was found in that car?
That's actually good.
You can't misfire more than 2. At least
no.
2 is crazy.
I think they said it was 1.
Ain't no way it was 1 bullet.
Yeah, no. Hear what I'm saying? He accidentally killed one of his mans.
So he killed the other one?
No, you see, that's the thing. The second one, yo, if it's one nigga, I'm like, yo, maybe it's a misfire. The second one is like,
nah, bro. No, maybe it's like Wanted, bro. You know how to.
No, all right, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Like that shit curved.
Yo, visually open up like a visual 3D canvas in your mind right now. Okay, you're in the back seat behind the driver, right? If it was a misfire, remember the first guy who's in the front seat, passenger, he's sleeping, gets shot in his head. So he's dead before he wakes up. The guy to Melly's right. So that I could say we could blame it on misfire maybe. The guy to his right, which I think this what fucks that theory up. The guy to his right kind of wakes up because it's a shot within a car, and allegedly Melly turns his gun on him, and the guy has defense wounds. So he puts his hand up, and Melly still shoots him.
Damn, I don't. No, he shot. Bro.
Wait, do he really got defense wounds?
Well, I think he went through his hand, and there was burn marks on his face too.
Oh wow.
I think, bro. I think we know that, bro. I'm keeping it being like for the consensus. I think we know he shot him. It's just we think he can beat the case because they didn't find the gun. You know what I mean? They didn't find the gun, so like on some Boosie shit, like Gucci Mane shit. Or
Yo, I ain't gonna lie,
like,
Boom. You ain't had to
you know
say it. You ain't had to say it,
bro. Like we gonna have to say it, bro. We know he shot him, bro, but we don't want like for the law. Like we believe, like you ain't find a gun, bro. You can't charge that nigga, even though we know he did it. You know what I mean? We know OJ did it, but the glove didn't fit.
Yo, Boom, I appreciate you for that.
Hey, somebody gotta say it, bro. Somebody gotta say this shit, bro. These are the mind of everybody in the chat, bro.
Come on, like he made a song about it, y'all. What are we talking about?
He made a song about it
before it happened. What are we talking about?
Nah, that wasn't about
that's
that.
That's some conspiracy shit though. Like, come on now.
No, he made that song before. Unless he was planning the murder in that song.
You just said that. You just said that. So how am I crazy for thinking he planned it in the song?
Not because that song was like
2-3 years old.
Yeah, it was over a year. Nah. Like if the nigga was planning for 3 years, if it was planning for 3 years, at least have a nigga not named Fredo Bang come pick you up in the middle of the murder. You know what I mean?
That's so crazy. I think he could plan for 3 years, bro. He seemed like the type to set up. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Yo, the biggest problem in this case is niggas' cell phones. Like,
he should just turn that bitch off, bro.
The facts, you know, rappers have problems with cell phones.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, bro. Maybe it was a drive-by, bro. Like maybe somebody actually did just like, you know what I mean?
I think it was the police, Boom. I think the police set a nigga up.
Man, you gotta stop trolling, bro.
I think Melly did it. I think Melvin innocent though.
No, Melvin is the killer. You ain't listen. Melvin is the demon. Melly's the cool guy.
No,
hey, yo.
I think Melvin's trying to frame Melvin.
Yo, to answer that question,